Have you ever gotten a text that just said K and it made you irrationally angry? Like maybe it is just K, but maybe it's not? Well, today we are talking about the difference between someone just being a little bit off and someone who might be struggling with their mental health. Because sometimes K is just K, but other times it's a cry for help. We're diving deep into the world of mental health, exploring the subtle and not so subtle signs that someone might be struggling. It's like trying to solve a mystery, except the clues are hidden in plain sight. But don't worry, we're here to equip you with the detective skills you need to decipher these signs and offer support. This isn't just about diagnosing anyone, though. It's about understanding the people in our lives a little better, recognizing when they might need a helping hand and knowing how to offer it. So, buckle up, grab your metaphorical magnifying glass, and let's unravel the complexities of mental health together. Please remember to like, subscribe, and enable all notifications to stay updated with our latest content. Okay, let's be real, we all have our moody days, right? Some mornings you wake up feeling like you could conquer the world, and other mornings you just want to crawl back under the covers. It's natural, it's human, but here's the thing, there's a big difference between normal, everyday mood swings and those that signal something more serious. Think of it like this. Imagine a swing set gently swaying in the breeze versus a roller coaster doing loop-the-loops at lightning speed. One is manageable, even enjoyable. The other, well, let's just say you might lose your lunch. Let's talk about depression for a sec. I mean the real deal, not just a case of the Mondays. We're talking persistent sadness, that feeling of being stuck in a dark pit with no escape. On the flip side, we have those intense highs. We're talking manic episodes, often associated with bipolar disorder, where someone might be overflowing with energy, talking a mile a minute, making impulsive decisions and feeling invincible. But just like a roller coaster, what goes up must come down, and the crash can be brutal. The key here is to look for patterns and changes in behavior. Is this sudden? Is it constant? Is it interfering with their life? You know that friend who always cancels plans at the last minute, or the one who used to be super social but now prefers to stay home and binge watch reality TV shows about baking competitions involving squirrels? Yeah, we've all been there, and sometimes it's totally fine. Maybe they're just tired, or maybe they really are invested in seeing who wins the coveted golden acorn trophy for the best squirrel-shaped cake. But what if it's more than that? What if it's not just a case of introversion or a busy schedule? What if it's a sign of something heavier weighing them down? Social withdrawal, my friends, can be a major red flag when it comes to mental health. Think about it. Humans are social creatures. We crave connection, interaction, and a sense of belonging. So when someone starts to withdraw from those things that bring them joy and connection, it's a sign that something's off. Now, this withdrawal can manifest in different ways. Maybe they stop returning your calls and texts. Maybe they decline invitations to hang out, even for things they used to love. Or maybe they just seem distant and withdrawn when you do see them, like they're physically present but mentally checked out. It's important to remember that social withdrawal often stems from a place of deep emotional pain. People struggling with anxiety might avoid social situations because they fear judgment or scrutiny. Those battling depression might isolate themselves because they lack the energy or motivation to engage with others. And some people might withdraw because they feel like a burden, believing that their problems are too heavy to share. So what can you do if you notice someone pulling away? First and foremost, reach out. All right, imagine this. Your friend, who's usually as cool as a cucumber, suddenly starts snapping at everyone like a crocodile guarding its nest. Or maybe your roommate, who used to be a social butterfly, is now spending their days holed up in their room, emerging only for snacks and to mutter cryptic things about the government controlling our thoughts through toothpaste. Not cool, toothpaste conspiracy theorists, not cool. These, my friends, are examples of changes in behavior, and they can be big red flags that something's amiss in the mental health department. It's like someone swapped your friend for their evil twin, except less parent trap and more we need to talk. Now, these changes can manifest in all sorts of ways. Maybe they're suddenly super irritable and prone to angry outbursts, like a volcano about to erupt. Or perhaps they become withdrawn and lethargic, moving through life at a snail's pace. Their sleep patterns might be all over the place, like they're auditioning for a role in a time travel movie. And their eating habits, forget about it. They're either forgetting to eat entirely or raiding the pantry like they're prepping for a zombie apocalypse. It's important to remember that these behavioral changes often stem from a place of deep inner turmoil. Imagine trying to focus on your daily tasks when your mind is a whirlwind of anxiety, or summoning the energy to socialize when depression has you feeling like you're wading through quicksand. It's exhausting, and it can make even the simplest things feel impossible. So, what can you do if you notice these changes in someone you care about? Well, first of all, don't ignore them. Start by expressing your concern in a caring and non-judgmental way. The key is to approach the conversation with empathy and a willingness to listen. Okay, picture this. You walk into a room and completely forget why you're there. Or you're trying to have a conversation, but the words just won't come out right, like your brain is playing a frustrating game of Scrabble with itself. We've all had those moments, right? Those brain farts that make you question your own sanity. But what if those moments become more frequent? What if your brain feels like it's constantly lagging, like it's stuck in a perpetual state of buffering? Welcome to the world of cognitive difficulties, my friends, where your mind feels like it's on a permanent coffee break, but without the coffee. Now, I'm not talking about the occasional slip-up or senior moment. No offense to our awesome senior viewers, you're all brilliant. I'm talking about persistent and noticeable changes in your cognitive function. Think difficulty concentrating, memory problems, brain fog, difficulty processing information, and struggling to make decisions. It's like your brain is trying to run a marathon with untied shoelaces and a head full of cotton balls. And here's the thing. Cognitive difficulties can be incredibly frustrating and isolating. Imagine trying to keep up with a fast-paced conversation when you can't seem to process what people are saying, or trying to focus on a work project when your mind feels like a jumbled mess of thoughts. It's exhausting, and it can take a toll on your self-esteem and overall well-being. So what causes these cognitive hiccups? Well, it turns out that mental illness can play a significant role. Depression, for example, can lead to brain fog, difficulty concentrating, and memory problems. Anxiety can send your mind racing, making it nearly impossible to focus on anything else. And conditions like ADHD can make it challenging to pay attention, control impulses, and stay organized. All right, raise your hand if you've ever had a headache so bad you thought your head was going to explode. Or maybe your stomach has been doing somersaults, and you're pretty sure it's not just because you ate that questionable gas station sushi. We've all been there, right? Our bodies have a funny way of letting us know when something's not quite right. But here's the thing. Sometimes our physical symptoms are trying to tell us something deeper is going on. Something that goes beyond a common cold or a touch of indigestion. Sometimes our bodies are trying to send us an SOS signal from our minds. Now, I'm not saying that every headache is a sign of impending doom or that every stomachache means you're having a nervous breakdown. But it's important to pay attention to our physical health because it's often a reflection of our mental state. Think about it. When you're stressed, you get tense muscles or a stiff neck. When you're anxious, does your heart race or do you feel short of breath? When you're sad or depressed, do you feel fatigued, experience changes in appetite, or have trouble sleeping? These are all very real physical manifestations of mental health issues. The mind-body connection is a powerful thing, my friend. Our thoughts, feelings, and emotions can have a direct impact on our physical well-being. And conversely, our physical health can influence our mental state. It's a two-way street, a symbiotic relationship, a never-ending game of ping-pong between our brains and our bodies. So what does this mean for you? Well, it means that it's important to listen to your body and pay attention to any changes you notice. If you're experiencing persistent physical symptoms that don't have a clear medical explanation, don't ignore them. So, we've covered a lot of ground in this video, from mood swings that rival the most intense roller coasters to brains that feel like they're running on fumes. We've talked about the signs, the symptoms, and the importance of paying attention to both our own mental health and the well-being of those around us. Remember, recognizing these signs is just the first step. It's like finding a treasure map. Now we have to embark on the adventure of seeking help and support. Whether you're experiencing these signs yourself or noticing them in someone you care about, know that you're not alone. Mental health is a journey, not a destination, and it's okay to ask for directions along the way. So, let's keep the conversation going, break down the stigma, and create a world where mental health is treated with the same care and attention as physical health. If you found this video helpful, Don't forget to like, subscribe and hit the notification bell so you never miss an update. Thanks for watching.